I'm Peter Horacek, and after a bit of a break, the Freshman Takeover continues.
And I'm Victoria Simal, and I can get comfortable in this chair.
I'm Sidd, and I've got you around campus this week.
I'm Aidan Sharp, and I have your week in Mepham sports.
I'm Charles Decker, and I've got your weekend forecast.
These are the BMB morning announcements for Friday, February 12th. Freshman Takeover!
Good morning, Mepham. Today is day 4. Please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Paradise at last. We have made it to winter break. Next week off is thanks in part to President's Day, which celebrates the birthday of historically important U.S. presidents, George Washington and Abraham Lincoln. We're very lucky to take this time away because not every school in the country gets to take part in an annual winter break. I think everyone here in Mepham is delighted to participate, or rather not participate, next week, and to come back the following week refreshed. So happy Friday.
Hey, have you heard about Foot 5 Friday?
No, what is that?
Well, science teacher Mr. Francesi stole the idea a few years back. Instead of high-fiving someone, you give them a foot 5.
So it's basically a high five with your foot that you only do on Fridays?
Yes, and during times like right now, a foot 5 is a much better option than a regular high five. Let's see what Mr. Francesi has to say about Foot 5 Friday.
Well, about 4 years ago, a buddy of mine who was working alongside me at summer camp that I run just started doing it, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He goes, it's Foot 5 Friday. I go, what's Foot 5 Friday? He's like, I don't know. He goes, it's just something different, and the kids just caught on to it. So I said, you know what, bro? I'm going to take that to Nassau County, and I started doing it, and I got a little bit of backlash from some of my students. One particular kid, I'm just going to say his nickname is Wings, was very anti-Foot 5, and it just caught on a little bit, and for the last 4 years, those kids have been coming back every year, and they're seniors now, and I introduce it to my freshmen every year, and it's sort of catching on, but I really want to make sure it becomes something that's, what do you call it? I guess school-wide.
Wow, thank you, Mr. Francesi. If you want a Foot 5, be sure to stop by room 304 every Friday. They are guaranteed to put a smile on your face.
You know what else could put a smile on your face? Seeing another BMB Day in the Life video. This one is from our very own fellow freshman, Sidd Elisetty. Let's take a look at how he spends his day as a remote learner.
Oh shoot. What time is it? Let me go brush and freshen up. Ooh, probably shouldn't have slammed the door. Alright, I'm ready. I really don't want to go to school. Did I do the homework? Oh wow, it's too late now. Wait a minute, we're in the middle of a global pandemic. I don't need to go anywhere. I'm gonna just chill here. Alright, what class do we have? Ooh, broadcasting, my favorite. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Makes sense. Free period, let's read a book. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Let's go work out. Nah, I'm just kidding. Let's go play.
Sidd, what are you doing?
Nothing. I'm just in class.
This is kind of dry. Oh yeah, ketchup is best. Oh my god, 3 more hours of this school. Finally done. This thing gives me a headache. Alright, I'm going back to sleep. Bye.
Wow, that was pretty good. I mean, I don't know if it was better than the last freshman's video we saw, but it was still pretty good. Now, let's not forget it's Black History Month. Today, we are spotlighting Amelia Boynton Robinson. Miss Robinson was a leader of the American Civil Rights Movement. She began fighting for black voting rights in the 1930s, a brave undertaking that could have cost her her life. In 1964, she became the first African-American woman to run for Congress in Alabama, and a year later, she was a key figure in the infamous Bloody Sunday march at the Edmund Pettus Bridge. President Obama honored her half a century later, when together they crossed the Selma Bridge to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the Bloody Sunday. Robinson died 5 months later at age 104.
What an incredible life she lived. To honor the legacy of an American hero like Amelia Boynton requires only that we follow her example, that all of us fight to protect everyone's right to vote. Now let's turn it over to our very own Aidan Sharp, who has This Week in Mepham Sports.
Thanks, Peter. And indeed, high-risk sports did return this past Wednesday, but not without some difficulty. As first reported on BMB's midweek update, both the girls' varsity basketball game and the boys' JV basketball games, both against New Hyde Park, were canceled due to positive tests and contact tracing in New Hyde Park. The boys' JV and girls' varsity hope to kick off basketball seasons tonight when the girls travel to Long Beach, while the boys take on the Marines at home. This Saturday, the Mepham wrestling team opens its 8th match season facing off Levittown Division. As with everything in this uncertain time, all games are subject to change as conditions change. Also, remember that each player is limited to only 2 spectators in attendance, so you don't have to show up in game expecting to be let in, as chances are you won't be allowed to enter. That is all from the world of sports. Now back to you on the desk.
Thanks, Aidan. I can't believe we are finally seeing some sports in action. Now let's turn it over to Sidd again, only this time he's here in the studio as our host of this week's Around Campus.
Hi, I'm Sidd on Around Campus, and today I'm joined by Ariel Yosha, a leadership student involved in PS I Love You Day. Many of us have heard of it, but what exactly is PS I Love You Day?
So PS I Love You Day is actually a movement. It's a misconception that it has something to do with Valentine's Day. It has a background story about 2 girls that unfortunately lost their father to suicide, and the last thing that he told them was PS I love you. So they really took it to heart and they decided to start this big movement, and it's not only nationwide but it's global wide, and they're just trying to spread awareness on prevention for suicide.
I see. What is the leadership class doing for this day?
So Ms. Geller actually had us do a lot of stuff. She made all of us put up these posters. There's purple ones. This one specifically is free positive thoughts. You just rip one off and it's just a little positivity. And we also have masks that we made in class. Since we can't smile at each other, we can wear our masks. We also have little cards that it's actually downstairs for everyone to pick up and write a little note and then stick it on the wall. And there's a lot of other stuff that you'll see all around the school.
That's great. What can people like us do to help continue the concepts that we learn from PS I Love You Day?
So we should always be checking in on people, seeing how they're doing, even if it's someone you haven't talked to in a while. Just always make sure that the people around you are okay, because you'll never know what someone's going through unless you take the time out of your day and ask.
Now, why should we all wear purple today?
So purple is actually a color for suicide prevention, and it just really shows how, as a school, we're all united.
Oh, I understand. And lastly, I heard you were giving away Jolly Ranchers, so can I get one?
You'll have to talk to Ms. Geller about that one.
Anyways, thank you, Ariel, for joining us today. It's great to see such a nice and thoughtful movement happening in our own community.
Thanks, Sid. It's nice to hear about ways we can help spread positivity and love.
Definitely. Now let's hope our friend Columbus Charles has some positive news for us with our weekend forecast.
Thanks, Peter. Actually, it's pronounced cumulonimbus. Anyhow, cumulonimbus Charles is here with your weekend weather. Today's weather is a chilly conclusion prior to the February break, being partly cloudy with a high of 29 degrees and a low of 20. Saturday will be yet another glacial endeavor, possessing a high of 28 degrees and a low of 26, alongside a 40% chance of snow showers that will run into the early hours of Sunday. Speaking of Sunday, Sunday's shaping up to be an ever so slightly warmer replica of Saturday, excluding the aforementioned snow stint, ending rather than beginning. Well, folks, it seems that you better not put your shovels and puffy jackets away too soon, because unlike last year, winter is here. Now, back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Charles. Speaking of Charles, today is Darwin Day. You may be wondering, Victoria, what in the world is Darwin Day? Well, it's your lucky day, because I have the answer for you. Darwin Day commemorates the life and achievements of Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin was the most notable for what he has accomplished in the theory of evolution. This day has also conveniently been put on his birthday. So happy birthday, Mr. Darwin, even though you're, dead.
Now for today's quote of the day. The gift we can offer others is so simple, a thing as hope.
These have been the BMB morning announcements for Friday, February 12th.
Have a great day, Mepham.